Master of Defense.
You have business before us.
I do, Your Majesty. I wish to beg a boon.
Ask. If it be a right and proper thing and within our power, we shall grant it.
I would ask that for his exceptional standard of prowess over so many years, for his dedication to training not only others, but to learning himself, for his degree, his stellar degree of comportment on and off the field, Your Majesties, and his most excellent choice of name, that you would include Adam Coman in the illustrious Order of Defense.
Masters of Defense, present yourself before their majesties.
Noble lords, is it your opinion that Adam, for his prowess, loyalty, and courtesy, is worthy of elevation into the Order of Defense?
Yeah, aye.
Baron Adam Coman, present yourself before their majesties.
Is there a royal peer to speak to Adam's courtesy and chivalry?
Your Majesty, if I may.
Please.
I am Guinevere, 68th Queen of the Midrealm, and it is my great honor to speak for my friend this day as a member of the Rose. Members of the Rose are seen to represent the noblesse and kindness of the society, to uphold the aims and ideals of the realm, as we swear. Adam, to me, represents these things in full. He inspires me every day through the communications of the air, but mostly in person. There are stories, of course. I shan't retell them in full, but I shall allude to them. There was the time, as princess, I shot he graciously permitted me to shoot him with an RPG gun. In fact, it was a multiple load, and I shot him many, many times, and he took it like a man. There was that one time at Known World Academy of Rapier when I threatened him because he was about to open a bottle upon a door. By the way, it still works as a bottle opener. And then there was the time when he was finding himself at a plateau in his fencing, and yet he taught classes at MKAOD. I believe it was referred to as the new style of fencing. But what I want to speak of today is Adam's generosity. This bottle once contained evidence of Adam's generosity. Actually, it's his wife's cordial, but that's not important right now. There was a post-struggle, and upon my exclamation of my delight, he insisted that I take the entire bottle home, and in fact promised that if I ever brought it back to him, it would be refilled, and I would have more. So, you see, the reason I have this bottle, despite moving my abode at least 5 times since I received it, is because I really couldn't find myself to part with it. It was a promise of friendship. It was a promise of generosity. It was a promise of booze. So, despite the fact that I could give it may. And in return, I will give to you my own nectar of the gods from my personal special stash. It's original recipe. That's the good stuff. And again, I have a bottle opener if you need one. Your Majesties, for his generosity, for his kindness of spirit, I commend him unto you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Is there a member of our chivalry to speak to Adam's nobility?
If I may, Your Majesty,
Please, Your Grace.
before I speak of Adam's qualities, there is some property of mine that I must reclaim. Adam, I release you from my district, my household.
Thank you very much.
Adam has been many things to me over the years. First, he was a retainer. All right. Then when fencing, Richard Combat was first allowed to be in the kingdom, he became my student. And I like to think I taught him a little bit in those early days. And then he became my squire. And he served well as squire for many more years. And now you're back to he has become my chief.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel to speak to Adam's involvement in the arts and sciences?
Aye, Your Majesties. I'm Master Wilnat Thorin, under the Order of the Laurel and the Pelican. Laurel by yourselves. I would like to speak today on what Adam helps with the arts in terms of not necessarily encouraging you, but what he keeps you from doing to yourself. I've known him for going on a decade now, and one of the nicest things he's ever said to me is, "Oh, really?" For example, "Adam, I'm thinking of making period fireworks in my basement." "Oh, really?" "Adam, I'm going to make pickled herring." "Oh, really?" "Adam, I'm thinking of making a paisley kilt in yellow and blue." "Oh, really?" His constance and the fact that there's always that level of support you always have, no matter how outrageous what you're doing may appear to be, is a tremendous support to the arts. You always know that he's there with you. And when you fall flat on your face, which I have done before, something about exploding pigs, I know he's always there. And he'll always go, "Oh, really? Well, let me help you clean that up." He's always been there and always will be. And this is how he supports the arts. Your Majesties, I commend him to you.
Thank you, Master. Is there a pelican to speak to Adam's service?
Yes, Your Majesty. Ya Walim al-Karib, Rakas al-Basim, Ra'i al-Saleh, Sheikh al-Zubed al-Sharif Falizan ibn Frede al-Penji, and friend to Adam. There was a time, mighty king, when the dragon and the wolf roamed these lands in friendship. Fangs bare, friendship was forged in valor and honor. And when... Sorry, I'll get it. And when a cry for aid was called, hands were offered in service, whether in the scullery or spending 4 hours escorting a lady out to Penzing. The dragon and the wolf, the times have changed for them. They are longer in the tooth now, and the ways of their service have changed. Al-Zubed Adam offers his honor, his knowledge, and his precious time to train those who would benefit from what he knows and to benefit his kingdom. Today you ignite a dragon, your majesties. May we all bask in his fire.
Thank you. Is there a member of the populace to speak to Adam's stature?
If it please your majesty,
Please.
I, Galian Delil, would speak to Adam's stature. Stature, to me, is best described by the legacy that one promotes, by the impact that they have, and by the example that they set. The legacy that Adam promotes is one that I'm sure many of us are familiar with. When I was young in our society, Adam introduced me to a game that he called Jafar's Game. He looked over to me with his best imitation of that patented smile and said, "So, what did you learn today?" There are many, many people beyond myself who play that game as we return home from events where we have spent the day with our friends. In many ways, that legacy is real. The impact that Adam has. If I may take half a step outside of the framework in which we play our day together and speak of the society at large, there are two rules that most new members are given. Be safe and have fun. In that first rule, we have a body of words that describe how to be safe among one another. And there's some description of how to have fun. But Adam shows people how to have fun. Adam makes sure that people have fun. Many years ago at an MKAOD, I taught a class after the normal days classes, as we all sat around the fire with drinks in our hands. The class was titled Being Adam. And I knew that I had done reasonably well when at the end of the class, a young member of the society came up to me and said, "Galian, I think I get it." "Oh, really? Tell me." I said, "It's not about how much fun I have. It's about how much fun everyone else has. And that is how I measure my own fun." And I said, yes, that's Adam. The example that Adam sets. Adam, forgive me, brother. The example that Adam sets is one that most people don't really perceive. Adam is very human. He has his strengths, he has his weaknesses. And he is comfortable enough in his skin to share both. And by giving the example of sharing not only his strengths, but also his weaknesses, he shows us the struggle that we all have. And he shows us the truth that we may yet attain our struggle. For in our hearts, we all wish to be peers. We all wish to strive for that. And Adam shows us that we can reach that even with our weaknesses. And so, your majesties, I am but one member of your populace, and if any others of the populace hear truth in my words, I bid you give them that truth, because these are just my words. Majesty, I commend to you Adam Coleman for his stature among your populace.
Thank you, my lord.
Your Majesty, as another member of the populace, my brother's Galian's words ring true. I have known Adam only 5 years as I've been in this kingdom. He is what I look for within our community.
Thank you. Adam, right mindful of your prowess in the art of defense and responses to the wishes of your peers, we are resolved to create you a master of defense. Know that to wear the collar of a master of defense is to hold a sacred trust. Yet the obligations of this peerage will demand your efforts every moment of your life. A master of defense must be honorable in all things, bearing with courage all trials and tribulations. A master of defense must love virtue above himself, being willing to sacrifice himself in its defense. A master of defense must ever be mindful of the power of the weapon, tempering its use with mercy and forbearing unwarranted violence. A master of defense must love his kingdom and his province, and fulfill most faithfully his feudal duties to his baron and his king. This word must be dependable, beyond doubt or question. He must never flee from the face of his foes. He must be generous to all. And always and everywhere, he must be the guardian of the just and the right. The laws of the society and the customs of the kingdom require that a master possess exceptional prowess, as you have demonstrated upon the field. That a master be courteous, as you have shown yourself to be, and these nobles and good gentles have attested. And that a master be loyal to his kingdom and the society. Hearing these words, do you then still desire to take up the burden of this peerage?
I do.
Good. We're glad that you want to be in it. Okay. And to make sure